Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. As Dorrit Kemsley and Paul PK Kemsley continue to navigate their separation, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member is sharing new details on her estranged husband's communication style. In the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show video above, Dorrit had more to say about the 9-page email he'd sent her about finances and custody, which she called a barrage during season 14, episode 10. Though PK said after the fact that he didn't mean any of what he'd written, Dorrit still doesn't think the way he went about things was okay. Subsequently, he said that he used a sledgehammer to crack a nut. So, essentially, it was empty threats or, he would never follow through. But none of it is ok. Dorrit stated in the clip above, "I believe PK is impulsive. He can be hot-tempered. PK has a way of saying things, like when he would throw around the words separated or divorced so easily." Turning to Bozoma St. John, Dorrit declared, "Boz, if that comes out of my mouth, if I say that, you better believe I mean it." And it's really difficult when you're dealing with somebody that literally afterwards can say, "Oh, you know what? That's nothing." He almost doesn't understand the severity of things and words sometimes, she concluded, and it's hard. During the Tuesday, February 11 episode of RHOBH, Dorrit revealed that she and PK had chatted on the phone following the email, and she seemed relieved that the call had been peaceful. However, Boz and Erica Jane weren't convinced this was a good thing, and tried to urge their friend to consider filing for divorce before PK made a legal move. In the after-show video above, Dorrit looked back on that moment and shared, "On reflection, I thought to myself, what's wrong with me? Why was that not something that I took very seriously?" That's why you have friends who then can see for you and say, "Girl, there's danger," Boz said. "That wasn't the first time Boz had said that to me," Dorrit explained. "She was absolutely right. I was so concerned and I didn't even know what to do." Dorrit's reason for talking to PK on the phone then, because she wanted to know what and who she was dealing with. "I had to know if there was any semblance of the PK that I knew, and the only way I could know that was by picking up the phone and trying to talk to him," she stated. "So, I hadn't spoken to him at this point, for a long time, and then I got that email. And then I called him and it was a completely different person." In the end, Dorrit wants to get to know every part of PK. It'll help her no matter which way the rest of their lives play out. Honestly, whether PK and I stay married or not, I really want to get to understand him better. I really try to understand only for the sheer purpose of, I want to have a good relationship with the father of my children, if I can, she said. And if we don't end up together, then I have to be able to find a way to navigate the challenging things that come with PK. And so getting to understand the way his mind works better is only gonna help. For years, Dorrit and Paul PK Kemsley have projected an image of a glamorous, albeit sometimes tumultuous, marriage in the public eye. From lavish vacations to their humorous banter on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the couple has been a staple of reality TV drama. But now, Dorrit is pulling back the curtain on her relationship with PK in an exclusive interview, offering a raw and unfiltered look at what she describes as his impulsive nature and the empty threats that have troubled their marriage. Dorrit has long defended her husband against critics who view PK as overbearing or reckless, often attributing his behavior to his larger-than-life personality. However, as speculation about their marriage intensifies, she admits that there have been moments behind the scenes that left her shaken. PK has always been incredibly charismatic and spontaneous, but that impulsivity doesn't always work in a marriage. Dorrit shares, "When emotions run high, he says things without thinking. And unfortunately, that includes empty threats that can be very hurtful." Although she stops short of detailing specific threats, Dorrit hints that his words have at times made her question the stability of their relationship. "None of it is ok," she says firmly. Words matter. Even if he doesn't mean them, they still leave an impact. While Dorrit has remained resilient through various challenges, from legal troubles to home invasions, she admits that PK's erratic declarations have created an emotional toll. "I'm not someone who tolerates threats lightly, even if they're just in the heat of the moment," she explains. "PK sometimes uses strong words, thinking they're harmless because he doesn't follow through. But the reality is, every time he says something like that, a little piece of trust erodes." Those familiar with the Kemsleys' dynamic say that PK is often quick to apologize, but his words can't always erase the damage. PK has a habit of apologizing profusely the next morning, a friend of the couple reveals. He'll send flowers, plan extravagant dinners, and promise to be better. And for a while, things improve, but the cycle repeats. Dorrit confirms that the grand gestures don't necessarily resolve the underlying issue. It's easy to fall into a pattern of thinking that because someone says, "I'm sorry," everything goes back to normal. But over time, you realize that apologies don't mean much if the behavior doesn't change. Despite their struggles, Dorrit insists that she still loves PK deeply and that their history together is not something she's willing to throw away lightly. However, she acknowledges that she has reached a point where she must prioritize her own well-being. "I've had to do a lot of self-reflection," she admits. "There comes a moment when you ask yourself, am I staying because I believe in us, or am I staying because I'm afraid of what comes next?" Rumors have swirled about a potential separation, but Dorrit remains cautious about making any definitive statements. "I'm not going to make a decision based on emotion," she says, "but I will say this, I deserve to feel safe, loved, and respected. Every woman does." Dorrit's honesty marks a shift from her typically polished and composed public persona. She is no longer just the glamorous housewife known for her designer outfits and enviable lifestyle. She is also a woman standing at a crossroads, contemplating the future of her marriage and what she truly wants out of life. For now, she is focusing on herself, her children, and ensuring that whatever comes next is in the best interest of her family. As for PK, only time will tell whether he can prove through actions, rather than words, that he is willing to change. According to sources close to the couple, tensions escalated during a private disagreement that allegedly turned heated, with PK making what Dorrit described as unnecessary ultimatums. Dorrit Kemsley is breaking her silence on the growing tensions in her marriage to Paul PK Kemsley, revealing explosive new details about the struggles they've faced behind closed doors. In an exclusive interview, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star opens up about PK's impulsive nature, the empty threats he has made during their arguments, and how she is working through the emotional toll it has taken on her. Dorrit and PK's marriage has long been a topic of conversation among RHOBH fans, with many speculating about the strength of their relationship. In recent months, however, whispers of deeper issues have grown louder, especially after multiple cast members hinted at marital discord. Now, Dorrit is setting the record straight. "PK and I have had our ups and downs, just like any couple. But when you live your life in the public eye, every disagreement or moment of tension gets magnified 100 times over," she says. "What people don't always see is the love and history that binds us together." But even love, Dorrit admits, isn't always enough to smooth over their differences. PK can be impulsive. He reacts before thinking, and sometimes he says things that are completely out of line. They're empty threats, but that doesn't make them ok. None of it is ok. When pressed for specifics, Dorrit hesitates before carefully choosing her words. "I don't want to air all of our private moments, but let's just say that in the heat of an argument, PK has said things that hurt me deeply. Things no wife ever wants to hear from her husband." Insiders close to the couple suggest that these threats aren't necessarily about infidelity or financial ruin, but more about PK's dramatic reactions during heated moments. PK has a tendency to make grand statements, like threatening to leave or implying that Dorrit should walk away, a source reveals. But deep down, everyone knows he doesn't mean it. It's just his way of handling stress.